Thanks so much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. I signed back into most of my social media after committing myself to a full week off. Actually, it's a week and a day. No Facebook, no Reddit, no Twitter. I did check the statistics on my blog and the statistics on my uh, writing submissions, um, but I did not check or even open any of the other forms of social media that I generally gravitate to. Now, during that week, I must say, after the first day, which I think was Sunday, I can't honestly say that I missed it. Uh, Particularly Twitter. Now that I'm back, um, the first thing I did was check messages. So Reddit had one comment to my comment, though that had been some time ago. Uh, Twitter had 0 notifications, and Facebook had oodles of contrived notifications. They will do anything to have me sign on and look at that screen. Every day, I got emails from them. And the emails that I got were that people who their algorithm never connected me with, though they were old friends at one time. They basically had separated me. Now they tell me that that person from whom they had disconnected me has a comment that I must read multiple times. Each one, as it comes on my email feed, my inbox, I immediately delete without opening. But now that I'm back, I saw they stopped counting my notifications at about 20. Indeed, they came from places where I normally would not get notifications. And one that I, could say I missed that I would have commented on has been some from my good friend who runs a think tank that always has something uh, provocative to float into cyberspace. But for the most part, I can't say that I missed it. Twitter, I opened long enough to see that there were no comments to my comments in the 8 or so days that I was away. Um, Reddit had one comment on my comment, but I kind of liked the discussions. So I scrolled through and saw if there were any discussions that were worth contributing to. There were a couple, and I contributed to them. Did I have fear of missing out? No way. Do I have any reason whatever to go back on Twitter? No, not now. What I missed out on were the various feeds telling me, which would have told me, I don't know what they really did tell me, um, dementia in high office that I could figure out without their help. Uh, and I'm sure today uh, I know who is in favor of Supreme Court granting immunity and who is opposed. I do not need their help to figure that out. So Twitter, now rated X, remains the wasteland that it was before, with no particular inclination to catch up anytime soon. Eventually, I started looking at the passive feed from uh, Facebook. And yes, there were some more posts from people I knew than when I left. Maybe a little less advertising, but I didn't really keep score. What I know is that as long as people to whom I have a personal connection or an institutional connection uh, keep me in the loop, I will have reason to be back there. Uh, when organizations pitch their agendas, um, I don't need to be part of that. That's what I invested the week to escape from, and did it rather successfully. They want my eyeballs on that screen. They're only going to get that attention very, very selectively and much less than they did before. That's probably a good summary of how social media has deteriorated. Uh, People of uh, great academic prowess have studied what happens to people when they devote too much attention to it and can do nothing else. For the most part, it was harmful. What surprised me in the week off is that I did not compensate that time with things that were far more productive. I could have, I probably should have, instead of looking at Facebook and Reddit, perhaps I looked at more YouTube on my big screen as a surrogate. Now that I'm back, I understand that um, Reddit and Facebook have to be rationed. Twitter almost certainly expendable, even destructive when I'm on it. So going forward, I will have more time. Uh, I shouldn't say more time, more purpose to focus on those 12 semi-annual projects that just began for this half year. Thanks so much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind.